Lately, I've been thinking that one of the biggest lies we've been told in healing is that we need to be 100% perfect and where we want to be in order to even think about love or liking someone. And for a very long time, I believed this, especially recently. Like, you need to be this perfect, fully secure, put together human being in order to deserve a relationship. And it's kind of difficult not to think that way when a lot of things on social media support that. And what I've found is what ends up happening is you end up craving it anyway and then feeling guilty for it, especially when you're scrolling on social media and you're seeing all these perfect couple pictures. And inside you're thinking, why do I crave that if I'm supposed to be working on myself? Like, why do I still want that? If this is you right now, hi, I'm the anxious girly. Let's get into it. For me, I knew something had to change in my romantic world because my past relationships and situationships they weren't working. It was clear to me that I had a lot of work to do internally because for me, I kept choosing unavailable men, emotionally unavailable men. Sometimes those insecurities would trickle into friendships too, which ultimately led me to believe that in order for me to have a successful relationship and have the type of friendships that I crave, because I very much crave connection, I felt like I had to do a lot of work within myself. I felt like I guess to a certain degree, I still do. I feel like I have to become this version of myself in my head in order to have that. A lot of things changed for me 6 months ago when I had my crisis. And believe it or not, relationships were just so low down on the priority list for me that it didn't matter. I was completely sold on the idea that in the future, if I'm to have a relationship, it will be when I am fully healed. I completely was sold by that idea until recently. So as I've started to explore more of myself, become more of the person that I want to be, I started picking up old hobbies that I used to enjoy. One of them being language learning. And I picked up a language that I kind of knew, but always wanted to become fluent. I signed up for this app where you can language exchange, and that's all it ever was going to be for me. And somehow I meet someone who lives currently in the same city as me in England from the country that I'm learning the language of. And we met and we just clicked. It wasn't sleazy, it wasn't intense, it was just nice. And as the days turned into weeks, weeks have turned into months, it's just been really, really nice to get to know someone and have somebody who is interested in me. But here's the catch. What I noticed within myself was guilt. I felt a lot of guilt and a lot of betrayal within myself because I thought that if I was giving my energy to someone else, even just a little bit, it's taken away from the energy and healing that I need to be giving myself. I felt like I was straying from the healing path. And then there was also the feeling of I shouldn't be talking to somebody. I shouldn't be letting somebody in like this because I'm not capable of giving them anything in return. I'm just not at a place that I'd like to be mentally. And not only mentally, physically too. In my head, because I'm not where I want to be body wise and how I look, that means that other people don't find me attractive. My life isn't where I want it to be. What do I have to offer someone, you know? And boy, I was really beating myself up about the fact that I kind of like this person. It's kind of true what they say when people can kind of hit you when you least expect it. And not even romantically, I was really beating myself up. And I realized that, hold on, this is a pattern of mine and this is one of my downfalls. I'm overthinking about what this could be, how I'm going to screw it up before anything's even begun. And I'm listing all of the negatives as to why I shouldn't be speaking to this person, even though they make me happy. But I'm taking that and I'm running away with it instead of just enjoying the now. This is the exact mindset that kept me stuck for years. always thinking about the next thing, the next version of me, what happens after this, instead of just slowing down. Whether this is a friendship, a connection, whatever it is, I'm allowed to pause and I'm allowed to enjoy it, even if I don't have my life exactly where it needs to be right now. You can absolutely be healing and want love and connection. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you behind. It doesn't mean that you're going to heal slower. Wanting love and connection isn't the problem. In fact, it's perfectly human to do so. What is the problem is losing yourself in it. The difference isn't whether you want someone, the difference is how you show up when you do. Can you stay grounded within yourself? Can you still stick to the boundaries that you set for yourself, even when someone else is in your life? Do you notice the red flags? Healing isn't about becoming a version of you that doesn't need anyone. Healing is about being able to love others without losing yourself. And that's the goal. So if you're healing right now and you find yourself wanting connection with that certain someone, you're not wrong. You're human. And that's okay. Just remember why you're healing in the first place and truly sit with whether this is right for you or not. As always, guys, I've been the Anxious Girly. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.